All right. Very good morning, very good evening, everyone. Welcome to Vismo Technologies. This is Mallikarjun here. Here again, I'm with one of the exciting topic, uh, SQLcl. So most of the DBAs we are here, we never use the SQLcl command line. Basically, it is a developer friendly, and again, it's a free tool provided by Oracle, and most of the developers can use this SQLcl tool to connect to database and then do their coding. But as a DBA, we always used to connect to database using a SQL plus command line and do our day-to-day activities. But we don't, or we might, or DBA might forget the importance or advantages of the SQLcl in day-to-day life for DBAs. So here I am with a new topic, live demonstration, what exactly mean by the SQLcl and why you're not using it and what are the advantages we are missing it. Right, quickly, SQLcl and SQL Plus both are command line interface, the client software. Via the SQL Plus or the SQLcl, you can connect to your database and you can do your day-to-day admin activities in the command line. So that's nothing different, no difference between your SQL Plus and SQLcl. Both are the command line tools to connect to your database and do your day-to-day activities. Coming to SQLcl, why important and what are the major advantages? I can quickly jump on to this bottom here. I have a point number three, advantages of SQLcl. So you can build your own alias function. Like, I can build my alias DB. So whatever the command I want, I can run it. So this command will be stored as a DB. I can connect to my database using a SQLcl and just enter DB. Internally, this command will be executed. I can build this alias INS, whatever name I want, I can give this alias name and I can run this query. Select instance number, instance name, version, edition, host name, status from middle instance. This SQL query will be saved in the form of INS as alias. I can connect to database using a SQLcl and then I can just run INS. It will give me that query output. That's a major first advantage of SQLcl. And the second command is if I forget select star from tab, I don't know what is it a tab, is it a tablet or tab underscore table. If I don't know the name, I just do select star from tab and then I hit tab button or the keyboard. It's gonna suggest what are the names with the tab. If I do select DBID, DB name, log mode, operation mode, database role from $data, and then if I hit enter tab, it will give me what is there in this data. Is it a database, database underscore, all the suggestion it's going to give me. So that's the brilliant, right? So I no need to remember those table or the views. I can hit enter with the tab and then I can get all the suggestions and I can choose whichever I want and beautifying output. So one of the craziest thing as a DBA to format that command output. The command output will not be fit in one single window, and every time we need to set the column page, set the page size, and set the output each column format. That will be a nightmare to do this formatting output. But with this SQL any query you run it, everything will be formatted output. And then if you do any query which has some typo, small mistake, and you have to rerun that entire query and then make correct your mistake. Up arrow and down arrow will never work in the SQL plus command line. But in the SQLcl, you can just do up arrow and the previous command will come and go to that where you did a mistake and remove that mistake and then write the correct and then G enter it. It will execute. So all these are advantages with the SQLcl where you won't get it in the SQL plus. Right. So then I have the other 2 points here. Point number one, how to download, and point number two, how to install it. So I already downloaded it. It's a free software provided by Oracle. You can go to this oracle.com sqlcl.html and you can download that, or you can directly click on this link. You're going to download the latest SQLcl package and you can install it on your Linux box or Windows box. And then how to install that one? Once you download this, you can unzip that. It will have both a SQL.exe and SQL. SQL.exe for Windows and SQL is for Linux. So here is the example, SU Oracle, and my database is running here. And I downloaded that SQL CL patch here. And I did copied that into my Oracle home. and that I did a unzip of that one under that Oracle home, unzip that SQLcl. I truncated that output. It will be too much of output. And under that Oracle home, there's a SQLcl directory will be get created. Under the directory, you can see all the bin library, whatever we downloaded, the extract executable will be placed over there under Oracle home and SQLcl as the directory. So now I need to have a Java 11 to run the SQLcl. So for that, you can go ahead and then check your Java version, or you can go and then try to execute that SQLcl no log. It'll say that Java 11 and above is must. So you find where is your Java 11 by running this command, or you can install your RPM IVH, your JDK. You can download that JDK 11, Java 11, and install it on your Linux server. And after that, you can run this command alternative display Java. That's going to give you all the versions of Java installed on your Linux server. So you can pick up where is your Java 11, JDK 11 here. So this is your Java 11 home. You can set that one by running this command export Java underscore home user blib JVM JDK 11. This is Java home. And then you can run your SQL plus or sorry, SQL slash no log. That's going to connect your SQL command line, SQLcl command line. Right. For the quick demonstration here, I have two sessions I have taken in my lab. One is with the yellow color, and if you see, it's a SQL plus, and other one is a red color. That's a SQLcl, the new prompt. So maybe I can put side by side. I'll put here SQL plus, and I'll put here SQLcl. So I can log into my Oracle home here, and sorry, I log into Oracle user on both the prompt, and I'll set the environment to my dev.db. Here also I will set my environment. Sorry, my bad. .env dev.db. So just verify grep ora. So your environment variables are set on both the sessions. One is your SQL plus, and this one here it is SQLcl. So just to make it simple, I can write here. This is SQL plus, and this is SQLcl. This is your SQLcl command line, and this is your SQL plus command line. Let's connect there. So here I can simply use SQL plus as this DBA. So that I'm going to use a SQL plus. That's a thick connection and a thin connection. So if you used about JDBC and ODBC connection, there's a thick and thin. So SQL plus is always a thick connection, which needs a high weight client software. Or you can use a sys password to connect SQL plus sys slash sys password @devdb as sys DBA. So I'm using a sys user, sys password, and TNS entry as a sys DBA show user. So I can connect it as a sys user. So here with the SQLcl command line, I already did the setup. I installed my SQLcl. So if I go to my Oracle home, SQLcl, SQLcl. So inside that you have all the SQLcl executables. So now I need to set my Java home. If I go here, this is my Java, export Java, or you can run this alternative display Java that's going to give you all the Java versions. So I have so many versions here, but mine is the particularly I need a Java 11. So this is my Java 11. So I can use the same export command here. Export Java home. You can export. So once your Java home is exported, you can run this SQL no log. That will be connected to your database. So now I want to connect with the sys user and sys password. I'm going to use the same connection method here. So I'll run the same executable SQL, and I'm going to use this remaining thing sys password @TNS and as sysdba. Right. So when you connected over here, both are connected to same. If I do show user, sys user and sys user. One is a SQL plus connection here, and here is the SQLcl connection. So quickly I already done this alias setup here. If I want, I can re-execute one more time. So alias added. And if I do now DB, that query will be executed. So if I just bring it over here, if I do one more time DB, so I get the same output. Is it as good as you are running this query here? Whatever this query, I'm gonna run it over here. Sorry, my bad. It'll be taking as a two commands. Let's bring it back again here, or I can put it in this format. So I'll go here SQL plus above and down one here SQLcl. So I can do one more time. So I can run this query on this SQL plus here. I'm getting the same SQL plus query output, and in the bottom here SQLcl, I'm getting the same query output. So here we have set the alias. So this is the alias we have set here. And if I go and then run here. So once I set the alias, I should be aware of what is the alias name. So just do a DB, I can get that output. That will be well formatted output. And if I run the second query on both the SQL plus, okay, let me erase here. So this is SQLcl, I'll erase over here and I'll put here SQLcl here. Okay, now let's go back and run the second query. So my second query is this one, instance name and all. If I go and then run it over here, so it is not properly formatted here. So if I run the same query here down, so which is properly formatted and with the Ansible output format or Ansible look, right? Your instance number, DB name, version, enterprise edition, host, and status. So even I can put that alias name, alias, instance, INS, and that query, whatever details I want. So I can run this one here. So INS. So I can get that query output with a short alias name here. And then the tab advantages. If I do here, select, or if I do connect Malik, or let's say select star from tab. So if I do tab here, it's not going to give any suggestion. So then I need to do describe and then I need to get it out. But here, select star from tab and then do enter tab column in your command, automatically it's going to give me what is the result. So I can easily run that one. So suggestions will be displayed. Like if, for example, I'll go with this database. If I do select name, comma, I'll go with only this one. Select name and open underscore mode. Open underscore mode from VDollar. I don't know VDollar database, databases. So if I just enter tab, it's going to give me what is there inside that VDollar. You want a database or you want database key underscore info, what else? So it will automatically give me what are the tables or the views in the name of data. So I have database, I'll just go with the database. So I can get that output. So tab column is tab keyword works here to complete that sentence or the SQL query. And then the beautiful formatted output, whatever I'm talking about here, this will be like Ansible, like here this query example. If I run it, it's not going to give me correct formatted output. So if I run the same query here, it will be automatically format and give me that in one single output window with the Ansible formatted output. So and then up arrow. So if I do here the same query, here if I do, I might have made a mistake. Instances. Instead of instance, I made it as instances. One extra S I typed here. So the query has failed. And if I do up arrow, it will not work. If I do down arrow, it will not work. So whereas same query, let's say if suppose I did a wrong entry here, so the query failed. And then if I do now up arrow, so I can get the same. So I can go here backwards and then remove that extra S, what I typed a typo, and I just come back and enter it. So up arrow, down arrow, you can easily get advantages over here if we do any mistakes while running the query. So those all are your advantages of SQLcl, and I think it's one of the powerful tool for especially developers to build their coding and write their coding and do some correction while executing the queries. The developers are mostly uses this SQLcl command line, but as a DBA, if you use it for day-to-day administration activities, that will be one of the breakthrough because which has a lot of advantages as just I demonstrated. All right, that's all for today's demonstration. Let's get into a new topic and in one more session. Until then, take care, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.